What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today. So in the spirit of keeping up with tire reviews, I've reviewed a whole bunch of tires already, mostly in the sports category or the sports car category. But this is the first time I review a all-terrain tire. Now, if you go back a few years, 2 or 3 years ago, all-terrain vehicles, I didn't understand them. I didn't really get their purpose. I never really experienced them, so I didn't really know that much about them. Fast forward now, I've owned this truck for almost 2 years. It's been about 1.5 years. I've got 27,000 miles on my truck as of this video, and that means I have 27,000 miles on the Wrangler Duratrac tires. And man, do I love these tires. So in today's video, I'm going to cover all the basics, basically how the tires have performed, what I've expected of them, the positives, the negatives, and do I recommend them. So let's go ahead and get started. How has these tires held up in the last 27,000 miles? Now, in those 27,000 miles, I've done a whole boatload of towing. In case you guys have missed it, I'll put some links in the description, or put some links will show up. You'll see that I've taken this truck to tow the Type R about 4 or 5 hours from where I live. That's the first time, and it's each way. I've taken the Prelude to Thompson Raceway. That's another 6 hours each way. And I've taken this all the way, towing the Prelude and other camping equipment to Kentucky. Those are all very long distance. Those were all in the summer as well, so high heat. And honestly, the tire and the tire depth and the wear is much better than I expected. Now again, I come from sports cars, so I don't expect tires to last that long anyway. But these tires, they look like they have another 20,000 miles left, if not more. So I would definitely expect, and I also have to say, I drive much more spiritedly than most other drivers out there. So I would expect these tires to last much longer with more normal hands than they would with me. But even considering that, sorry, I had to let that biker go. I knew he wanted to speed. There's no way my ZR2 can keep up with a leader bike. So I do drive this truck more spiritedly. I take the turns much quicker, and the tread wear has been nothing short of amazing in my opinion. The 27,000 miles, the tread wear is very, very good. I expect another 20 to 30,000 miles out of these tires, no matter what. Now there is a tips and tricks to making sure your tires last longer, especially these, and it's to make sure that they are inflated to the proper pressures. Now, what pressures it shows in the truck, I basically keep them to make sure I keep them around 32 psi cold. They heat up to around 35, 36 psi. It's a little bit on the high side, but I feel like a little bit more pressure makes these tires last much, much longer. Also, I've rotated these tires 3 times already. 3 times in the last 27,000 miles. So that goes to show you one of the things that you have to do to make sure they last long is to rotate them, make sure the pressures are up, and they'll last a while. Other positives, I think that, it goes without saying, these are all-terrain tires. So in the mud, in the snow, I've driven this in the snow. I have 21 acres where I live, where I do a lot of farming work and yard work, and I take this into my woods. And if you want to see more of that, you can go ahead and subscribe to my other channel, Modern Outdoor Living. I don't share that normally on this channel. This channel is mostly just ZR2, a Type R, other content like that. But this truck has done very, very well off-road on mud. I've gotten almost stuck a couple of times. All I had to do was turn on the rear and front locker, get everything locked away. And with these tires, man, it just completely eats away at any mud, any other crazy things that I throw at it. I have a very clayish type of mud, which is honestly very dangerous. I can get really, really stuck if I'm not careful. I don't have a winch on this truck, not yet anyway. But every time I've gotten into an iffy situation, it's pulled through, and it's a lot to do with the Wrangler Duratrac tires. Some other positives is, of course, not just in the mud, but not just in the snow, but I think even on the highway, they're very comfortable. They absorb a lot of the vibration, they absorb a lot of the bumps, and as you know, up here in the Northeast, our roads are garbage. Our roads, I don't know where our tax dollars go, but they definitely don't go to fix the roads. They basically haven't been paved since the 1950s, and it shows. So we had a lot of potholes, and they've held up amazingly well. My wife drives this truck, especially when it snows or anything like that, and the tires, no bubbles, no problems. She hits all kinds of potholes. If you guys follow the 335D, you know that I've replaced three or four wheels already on that car, and there's probably gonna be more before we finish. But these tires soak up a lot. And now some of the negatives, obviously there's a lot of tire noise. So tire noise can be a problem if you're not careful with the way, if you care about the way your car sounds, if you want your truck or car to not sound too loud, these are not the tires for you. And also your miles to the gallon is going to take a little bit of a hit. But other than that, I love these tires. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
But if I'm late, the one my heart has gone to may not want to wait.